guys, if this is your first time viewing this channel, my name is Cynthia and welcome to my channel Graciously Growing, which is about two things that I love, and that is growing plants and growing in the Word of God. Now, I have just completed Vlogmas, and part of Vlogmas I shared with you my IKEA cabinet and a light that I purchased, and if you watched that video, you know that it was from Soltech, and the light worked, but the feature where you cut it on and off did not, because it does not have a regular on and off button. You're supposed to be able to touch it to turn it off, to turn it on, to to make the grow light, you know, brighter or dim it down. All of that is done through the touching of the actual light, and that did not work. And so I was very frustrated, but I reached out to the company and they were on, they were spot on about responding, and they promised me that they were going to be sending me out another light, and that when I got that light to just send them back the defective light. And so today I want to share with you, I have gotten the replacement light from Soltech, and I am hoping that this light, that I don't have any problems at all. And I'm going to show you what I have been using as a grow light while waiting on this replacement light in just a few minutes. So they got some tape as usual to keep the box from opening. And I'm trying to get that off. Do they have two? Oh, they have it on either side. So let's see. So yeah, it took about, I want to say, it is the holiday season, so I think it took them about, well, they responded immediately, like the next day, because I did the video late in the evening, and I got an email from them the next morning, and they sent it out maybe 2 days after that email. And I think if I had to estimate, I think it took me about 10 days to receive it. And I'm still trying to get it open, you guys. Okay. So, and I don't want to get the old plugs mixed up with the new ones. So I'm going to put this up there. So this is how the light looks. Like I said about the other light, I love the way it looks. It's just so nice and elegant, and I think it fits my cabinet perfectly, the look that I'm going for. And they do have this light also in black, because I know some people do have the black cabinet, IKEA cabinet. So let's see if it works this time. I also although I couldn't turn it off and on, I did leave the light up for that night and it fell. So I know for a fact that I will not be using let me show you, it comes with this tape that you can use. Let me get it. So if you can see this, there's this blue thing right here. That is supposed to be tape that you can, here it is on this side as well, that you can use to mount it on top of the cabinet. That didn't work. That thing fell down. Thank God it didn't damage any of my plants. And so I said, even when I got the new light in, that I would be coming up with another way of trying to keep this light from falling. And so I've come up with a kind of interesting way, if it works. I'm very good at doing things, using what I have. Just trying to see if I remember what this is. Oh, okay, this is screws in case you're doing it on like some type of wooden cabinet where you can screw it in. Obviously I don't need this. And these are the little cable, what do you call them, to keep, not cable, but to keep the cord nice and neat on the side of the cabinet. These did not work for me either. They did not stick for what, excuse me, for whatever reason, so I won't be using them as well. So I'm going to show you what I am hoping is going to work to keep the cabinet, to keep this light from falling and damaging my plants. And I got this from Amazon, and they came in a really big pack, and I did not need as many of these, but this was the least amount that I could purchase, because I think I'm gonna only need 2. Let's see. So let's see if I can get this out. Okay. So what I got was these magnets. Oh, and they are very strong magnets. Oh, I guess you have to connect them yourself. So I got these magnets. They don't want to come off. So if I'm mistaken, I see there's a washer here too. So I'm assuming the washer goes on here. I'm assuming. Yeah. So you just, and I do not have my my screwdriver, because I did not know they came this way, and I really don't want to go downstairs and get it, but I think I'm gonna have to go downstairs so I can tighten this up. But anyway, this is how it goes. So here is the magnet, and I'm thinking I'm gonna stick this on top of the cabinet. I'm gonna use this, and I have this idea of how I'm gonna keep it connected and like with a string to hold the cabinet. To hold the light. So we're going to see if my idea works. I'm gonna have to go get my screwdriver to tighten that up. And like I said, I got a bunch of magnets. I think there may be like 12 of them in here, and I think I only need 2, but I couldn't find a pack with just 2, so therefore I just got this pack. And then of course I have to take everything out of the top of the cabinet, because I don't want to risk damaging my plants as I do this. And we can get a brief update on the plants to see, well, I don't think there's really any update on the top plants, but we'll see. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm about to take everything out of my cabinet. Excuse my left eye. I went to the doctor. I have been diagnosed with dry eye, and so I am on medicated drops for the next 10 days. Well, medicated ointment at night for the next 10 days, and then drops probably, I don't know, for however long this lasts, but this eye is really irritated. But anyway, I'm going to take everything out of the cabinet, out of the top of the cabinet. I don't think I need to deal with the things that are on the bottom. And look, the temperature in the cabinet. And although you can't see the way the camera is, look where the camera is focusing on, directed at, the temperature in this room, because I do have a humidifier going, is 73, so not that much difference. And the humidity is 72, where in the cabinet it was 78. So yeah. So we're gonna take all of these. Oh, and I did tell you I would give you an update. This is my, and I'm still getting used to the names, my HERE1 scapnaptis. And she's doing good. I I haven't seen any new growth. Actually, is that new growth? It is. So can you see that? Don't want to damage her. That right there is new growth. But I think she likes this cabinet. Oh, here's another new growth. So I take that back. And it looks like this one just opened. Yeah, because it's different color. So yeah, she's doing great. It is water day. And I think this is why this one is curling up. See how she's curling up? This is water day, so I definitely have to water my plants today. So that's that one. And then we have my Soyroy here. She's doing well. Does she have any new growth? I see some action going on that is going to probably turn into new growth. Oh my goodness, this one's broken. I just noticed that. This one right here is broken at the stem. So let's take that off. That probably happened when that light fell. Because I looked and I didn't see any damage, but I'm pretty sure that's probably when that happened. But yeah, she's doing great. She lost her leaf because keeping that on there and the plant fighting to try to save that leaf, it's not worth it. So, but yeah, other than that, she is doing well. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? So I'm going to do a video on my propagation. So I'm not going to talk much about this, but this is my, oh my goodness, why can't I think of my Mikan that I propagated, and she's still doing well. And then we have my peperonia. She's still doing well. Everyone in the cabinet seems to be doing okay. I stuck this propagation in here too. This peperonia. You can see that she has some roots going on there. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see all those roots. There, I think you can. And she also is growing leaves in there. Can you see that? It's crazy underneath the water. So I don't know what that means, but we'll see. And then I have my Hoyas on top that I am still bottom watering. My Croniana and my, I can't think of her name right now. Let me see. That's my Croniana. And this is my, I don't remember, but I have her name somewhere. That's right, because her name was not on the label, and the lady told me what she was, and I think it starts with a C. But that's her. And then of course we have my queen here. She's doing well. She just has some new leaves coming out right there. I think that's new because I don't think they were open the last time I showed you her. And then we have my string of hearts, my variegated string of hearts, still doing well. Got a little bit of new growth there, if you can see that. The little tiny ones coming in at the top. They're lighter green than the other plant right there. And then my turtle, string of turtles. A bunch of new growth. Let me show you. All of these little things that are springing up, they were not there. So yeah, I think my plants are really loving this cabinet. So this was the light that I was using. Can you see this light? This is the light that I was using until I got my grow light. I'm going to take her out. And I just had her, let me see. I just had her like just sticking inside of this pot to keep her upright. This, believe it or not, this is my white wizard that is doing horribly, as you can probably see. So I think this is my white wizard. Yeah, my white wizard This is all we got left. This was a very big leaf, and it was yellowing. It was losing all its leaves downstairs, and so I just recently brought it here in the plant room, because any plants that I'm having trouble with, I'm bringing them in the plant room because the humidity and the lighting and everything else is more conducive to plants. And so I'm hoping that that will keep them happy. So yeah, so now I am going to take this light out. I gotta remember how to do that. Okay. Well, I think the best thing for me to do is unplug it first. Okay. Light is out. Now for this light, like I said, it's supposed to, and I'm just gonna by faith try to install this light, and then we're gonna test out the features, because I am not gonna believe that I would get 2 defective lights in a row. I'm just not gonna believe that. And so what you do is you connect this. See, so this is magnetized. I wish this was too. That'd have been great, but it's not. And then you put this one on this end. And see, so I have an idea, because this part right here needs to turn, because you can turn the light either way. So whatever you connect it to, and like I said, this right here, this, what do you call it? Sticky tape or whatever you want to call it. It definitely didn't work. I mean, when I finished that video, I decided that the video where I found out that the first light was defective, I said, well, I'm just going to leave it up there until I see what the company's going to do. And that light fell that same evening. And so I'm definitely not going to risk that. But I have an idea, because right here, if you can see, I'm going to attach something right here, a string, so that I can mount these lights and it won't affect the light moving. That's the idea that I have. And so I'm going to see, I'm going to go off camera and see if this is going to work. And then I will come back and explain to you what I did. All right, guys, so I decided that I'm going to show you whether it works or not. Now, don't laugh at me, but the only thing that I had in the house that worked was, you know what this is, COVID-19 pandemic. But these strings here, I use these to connect my, and I showed you in a video, to connect the drip pan to my hanging plants so that I could water them without having to take them down. And it's worked perfectly. And I'm thinking that this is gonna work as well. So I'm gonna show you what I plan on doing. Obviously, I'm gonna cut it off of the mask. So I just want this. I'm destroying a mask here. I think it'll be okay. Now in my head, this worked perfectly. So I have the 2 magnets. So, and actually this one doesn't look like I screwed it in properly. Why does this one look, hold on. This one is flushed and this one's not. So let's see, did I accidentally put this one in wrong? Let's see. Okay guys, I did figure it out, and I was doing it completely backwards. So you want it to be, if you ever get these type of magnets, that's how it's supposed to look on the back, completely flushed. And I had it sticking out, the screw was sticking out because I had it in wrong. So what you do is the washer goes here on the top. I hope I could show you. Okay, so this is the back. You take the screw, you put it in. Okay, there's the screw. Now it's flushed. And the washer is right here. Oops, dropped the washer. So here's the washer. You put it there. You take the top and screw it on. And to tighten it up, use your screwdriver, which wants to stick to the magnet, of course, because it's magnetized as well. Ugh, it's really hard to screw it without the whole screwdriver trying to. Okay, so now you end up with nicely flushed screws that you can stick in the top of the cabinet. So what I'm hoping to do is take the string here. This is the idea, you guys. Take the string on this part of the light that will not move, right? So it's going to be hanging like this. It's hard to show you without doing it, but it's going to be hanging like this, right? And then I'm going to take this, connect it to that string, and tighten it really well, and it will hold the light up. Got the idea? That's the idea. So we are going to see if that is going to work. And so now that I have the magnets, I have the strings. You can also use zip ties, and I may change these out for zip ties because I have seen other YouTubers, not this type of light, but they've had lights where they've used those type of ties to connect things, but I don't have any of them here. So we're going to see if this works. I think it's going to work, and then we're going to turn the light on and see, because I have faith that I'm doing all of this and this light is going to work like it says it's supposed to work. Okay, let's try it. Okay guys, I hope you can see. Now what did I do with the magnets? Oh, okay. So obviously the magnets, one would go, ooh, they are strong. I know you can hear that. They're definitely not going anywhere. And the great thing about using these magnets, just like I used it for the fans back here, I can move this light, slide it, you know, front, back, and don't have to worry about if I was using the sticky tape, you know, obviously once you put it somewhere, you can't keep moving it. And if I had a wood, you know, using it on some type of wooden surface, I would have to continue to unscrew it. So I'm hoping this is going to work. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I think I'm gonna make one knot here. So I think what I'm going to do, oops. I think what I'm going to do, you guys, you see, is just do this. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. Make that even. See? And I'm going to just tie it once. And then, see, I got it on that side. I got it on that top side. And then I think I'm going to, I really want you guys to see this. See if I don't know if I can get you any closer. Okay. Can you see? I think you can see now. You can't see me, but you can see what I'm doing. So, and like this part moves. Either side of this moves. So I think I'm going to just try to, and if I get it to work, then I can, what's the word? I can cut the part that I don't want anybody to see. So let's, obviously, gotta double tie that, because it's about to come right on down if I don't double tie it. See that? And I'm going to do, this is the good thing about the magnets, because it doesn't matter where I put this, I can center it later. Okay. I'm going to tie it and do it again. Okay, so now of course you won't even see this because I will get rid of that, and then I can move this light wherever I want. So you guys see? You see the idea? Yeah, but I think if I had zip ties, they would be a whole lot better. Why is this one? Maybe I should have put that further in the back. You see what I mean? I like that one, how it's not showing. So I think I'm gonna have to redo this one. See if I can get it out. Shouldn't have tied it so tight until I was sure I liked where it was going. Let's see. It's definitely not going to come down. I'll tell you that much. I think I got it, you guys. I got it. Okay, so I don't want to see this part. So yeah, do it that way. That's better. I like that better. Okay. Wait. Hold on. How is that one so much nicer than this one? I'm not sure. It must be the way I have the... How is that one so... Oh, I have the... Okay, I see. I see. Hold on, you guys. It's the way, the location of the string. Can I get that off? I can. Yay. So you guys are coming with me and seeing my mind figure this out. Okay. So the difference is I have this at the front and I had the other one at the back, and it was making a big difference. So let's see. Okay. Okay. There we go. Big difference. Don't understand why, but it's a big difference. Okay. And actually, you guys, I don't know if I like that, because I think this string, yeah, it needs to go this way so that, okay. So, let's see. Okay, I think that's right. Okay, now this one moved. I'm not sure. Okay, I think you can. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to get the connector. So I don't think I showed you guys this. This has a timer. This is connected to the wall, obviously, and it has day and night, and then it's like a push. See how those go up? Can you see that? So you, and I haven't really figured out how to work this, but you put up, I guess, the time frame that you want it to be on. All of those are up, I'm thinking. And then it will go off and go on at a certain time. And I'm going to figure that out. And then here is this part, I believe, goes to one. And you would think that I haven't done this before with the other light. So why is this so, why can't I remember? I do know that this goes in here. I remember that. I just don't remember where this goes. So it obviously it goes to the light. Where is it? Where in the world? Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to get the instructions. I didn't think I needed the instructions since I did this before. There's really something wrong with me. I must be tired today. I mean, it's obvious where that goes. Obvious, you guys. Obvious. Okay, so now I'm going to have to, I'm not gonna bore you with actually plugging it in. So I'm going to plug it in the bottom, and then we're going to come back, and I can move this now that you've seen what I've done. Okay. So I'm going to plug it in, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to see if this works. All right, guys. The light is on because I plugged it up, but I have not touched it because I wanted to do this with you guys. So it says, if you can read this, touch features. The main body of the light is touch sensitive. Okay. So quickly double tap the main body for on and off. Can you see that? And then it says, quick tap once, then hold down on the second tap until desired brightness reached. So that's how this works. So let's see, you guys. Let's see if that works. So I'm going to turn it first of all. Okay. So what did it say? I think it said double tap. What did it say? Quickly double tap the main body for on and off. Because it said if you touch these parts, it will not work. So let's try. Maybe I didn't do it hard enough. Ah, it went off. Okay. So, excuse me, I'm getting a call. I'm trying to ignore it. So let's double tap it to see if it turns back on. Ooh, you guys, it's working. And then it says tap and tap, and then on the second tap, hold down to you get to the desired. Is that what it said? Let's read this. Quick tap once and then hold down on the second tap until desired brightness reached. Okay, so quick tap and then hold. Is it getting brighter? I really can't tell. So let's try again. Because you're supposed to be able to dim it too. Is it me or is it just not moving? Let's try. You really got to hold, okay. let's see. Hold on. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Oh, that seemed like it went lighter. I mean brighter. Did it? Let's see if I can get it to cut off again. It's quick tap. You guys, is it me or is this light, or am I just not doing this right? So it said, I told you guys I was going to do this with you. Quickly double tap the main body. And this is the main body. And I'm wondering if you're supposed to touch the light or the white part. Let's figure that out. Is it this part or is it this part? It definitely did something. I feel like it definitely, oh, it's definitely dimmer. Look at that. I guess that's low. That is definitely lower. So let's try it again. Oh, it's getting brighter. It's definitely getting bright. I don't know if you can see that, but it's gotten really, really bright. Now let's see if I can get it to shut off. Okay, I figured it out. You have to really, you can't just click like you click on your mouse. You got to kind of put a little bit of pressure to this to turn it off and on and to get it to brighten. Yeah, you got to put a little bit of work in there. But yeah. And like I said, I can still turn it whichever way I want to turn it. Even though I have these things. See, I can turn it in the back. I can turn it up front. And I think I'm going to keep it kind of like right here. And then, of course, these little strings here, I'm going to get rid of. I might get those little, what do you call it? Straps, not ties, zip ties. But for right now, you guys, I think we got a winner. Let me see if I can cut it off one more time. Off. On. Bye. You want to say hi? You guys, they cannot see you. You got to come up.
I'm looking at myself.
Say hi to my beautiful 17-year-old daughter who's leaving me to go to college in a little bit because she doesn't love me. But anyways.
Yeah, I'm applying to NYU too.
All right, you guys. So yeah, there you have it. And so now we're going to put the plants back in. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that white wizard here. I was using it just to, I can't see with the brightness of this ring light with my glasses. I was just using it to connect that other light. Where is it? I was just using it to connect this, to put this in the soil for this type of grow light. These are really great. I had two. One of them died on me after about a year. This one is still going strong, so I don't know. Take that or leave it. But they weren't that expensive. So yeah, so I'm gonna put the plants back in, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how to work the timer, because I want the light to come on. Let's see, I probably want it to be like from maybe 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. to like 8, 9 p.m., something like that. Because I have been told that plants do need downtime. They do need to have some type of, what you call it, time in the dark. They don't need to be in sunlight 24/7, or that can actually negatively affect them. is what I've been told. So let's put the plants back in here. Hopefully you can see. There you go. That's my Siberian. I always want to call that something else. That's the first one. And then let's get my sorry. That goes over here. You guys see that? And then my pepperonia. Oh look, you got a leaf that looks like it's been rotting. So I'm going to be real careful that I'm not overwatering it. It's very dry though, because this is water day. But anyway, I'm going to put that right there. But I had to keep an eye on it. I definitely don't want to overwater that plant, or any plant for that matter. Here is my propagation. Stay tuned for a video coming up on that. Can you guys see what we're doing here? So, yeah. And then I have my shelving. I love it. I think I want to do one for the bottom too, so I can have more starter plants on the bottom and the back with this pegboard. I do have a video of me putting up the pegboard. I don't even know if you can actually see that pegboard. So let me take you down. Okay. So there, can you see that? Hold on. Okay. So now you can see the pegboard in the back. And here are the shelving, the two shelving. So that's a better look at that. And I have really been enjoying, you know, having my little starter plants on these shelvings. And I'm really hoping that they don't stay there long, because I'm hoping that they grow and then I have to, you know, get new starter plants. And then this is a better look at that light. Now, of course, like I said, I am going to cut this string unless I decide to do zip ties. And then I will cut the zip tie. But that magnet, I promise you, and this light is very, very light. No pun intended. Light is light. And so it's not going anywhere. And this is the same thing that I've used. I have different type of magnets for my fan, which actually is on medium. You can see them going. Can you see them going? I think you can see it going, but it's so quiet. Goodbye. And that keeps it from what I've been told, you need a fan going on in your cabinet so that you don't get mold and mildew. I definitely want to also show you before I end this video how the plants in the bottom half of the cabinet is going as well. But give me 1 minute. Okay guys, I just wanted to give you a quick peek of the back, the bottom part of the cabinet. Since now we have the light in. So my Alocasia Friday is doing very well. Look at that new leaf, you guys. Looking good. The last time I showed you this leaf, it was unfurling. It's completely unfurled. It is absolutely perfect. Yeah, this plant is living its best life in the cabinet. I don't see any problems at all. You know me, I'm always looking for pests. The funny thing is yesterday, oh, was that today? It was either yesterday or today. I saw spider webbing on my Florida green. It gave me a heart attack. It was a spider. I actually saw the spider. But you know what, I thought the worst. And so here is my variegated philodendron burl. And I think the last time I said Max, but it's Marx, because it's M-A-R-X. She's doing well. Her new leaves are a little small. I don't know if they get bigger by time, but it's a beautiful leaf. If you can see it, it's a very beautiful leaf. This one is unfurling. And yeah, it seems to be oh, this one is new. Look, it's still unfurling. I do notice that it has a little bit of browning, like, I don't know, something's going on right there. That, so, and like I said, this right here was there when I bought it. It had 2 little brown spots. They only had like 3, and this one right here doesn't, whatever it is, doesn't seem to be spreading. But they only had 3 of these. And so I, you know, picked out the best one. And look at all of the new growth. Let me see if I can show you. Oh goodness, this is so hard to do. Let's see. I do not want to break the plant. Okay, so do you see that? That's 1, and that's 2. And there's a 3rd one down there that I'm not going to try to show you. There's actually, looking at this, like 4 new growth points coming up from the bottom of the soil. So I think this plant is quite happy. Oh, and while I'm at it, you know, I'm trying to save my white fusion, and I have 2, and I think it's really in too big of a pots, but I don't have another pot. So here is what's left of the white fusion. Now this one, these leaves were in before I brought it in the into my plant room and brought it and put it in the cabinet. This is a new leaf. Can you see how happy and healthy that leaf is? So I'm hoping that in a year or so that I have a whole new plant. I really am thinking about putting this in a smaller pot, but I have to just go get some because I just think this might be too big for it. Although that leaf looks absolutely happy as can be. And then we have this one that I put in there as well. I don't know what's going on underneath the ground there, underneath the soil, but it looks the same. But I thought I saw something crawling, you guys. No. Oh, okay, it's just the dirt. All right, but I'm hoping that it will get new growth. The Hoyas, there's nothing, the ones that I'm hoping will come back, they are showing no sign of doing anything, you guys. I'm hoping that they're going to come back, but in a couple of months, if nothing is going on, I think I'm going to just give up, but I don't know. I just don't see any sign of life at all in regards to either one of them. Let's check this one. No sign of life at all. So, who knows, you guys? We will see. And then finally is my beautiful, beautiful Philodendron melocrosum. I just love the velvety leaves. It seems to be happy as well. We have a new leaf coming in right here, unfurling, and everybody else seems to be quite happy. Do we have any other new growth? Not that I can tell. But I can tell you that I was a little concerned about these plants dying, you know, going from a greenhouse, and I mean an actual greenhouse, coming into a new environment in my home, coupled with the fact that I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm a newbie, and these are, I mean, obviously these are not the, I would say in my area, you are not going to find these type of plants in your local big box stores. They're not hard to find if you go to a regular nursery. But this is an upgrade for me because I usually don't buy plants that are in this price range. And so I was a little concerned about them, but I promise you, everybody's has new growth or unfurling a leaf. And the leaves that they had, they are still happy and healthy. I don't see any sign at all of anything in this cabinet being not happy. So yeah, all in all, I am happy with my purchase of this cabinet. I am excited to see what they will do now that I have my grow light in. If you get a Soltech light, just make sure that when it says to double tap, it's not this little, light touch. Even though I tried that on the other light, it definitely is just not working. But with this, but you do have to you have to be a little bit firm on it for it to feel the pressure, for it to go on and off. But I am loving the light. I think I'm gonna leave it on high because my other grow light was on the brightest. So I think I'm gonna leave it on its brightness and see if I see any type of damage on the leaves or anything that looks kind of unhealthy, then I will lessen the light. But yeah, you guys, that is it for today's video, and stay tuned. I am going to be doing a video in the next couple of days. I have quite a few propagations going on. I want to share with you what I've learned. Like I said, I'm a newbie, and I am testing out water propagations, soil propagations. I'm also want to check out growing plants in different type of medium, like pond and leca. So I wanna try that out too, because I had some YouTubers that I watched that said that if you're having a problem with a plant, sometimes the way to go is pond or leca. I'm leaning toward pond, and don't quote me on this because I'm gonna have to write this down, but I was watching this video and she was very knowledgeable about this stuff, and I think she said pond is the one that comes with nutrients, like some type of fertilizer is built in, where leca, I believe, doesn't have it and you have to add it. And then she was saying even with the one, and I think it was pond, even with the one that does have some type of fertilizer, after a while I guess it runs out, and then you have to add nutrients or whatever, because it's not the same as having your plants in soil. So I have to do a little bit more research on leca and pond. I have also attempted propagating in sphagnum moss, and I didn't take that, so I may try that again. Excuse me, it worked well. It was with my philodendron cordium, but the same thing that happens with my water propagations happened with the sphagnum moss. The roots were nice, and they were way over 1 inch, 2 inch, and then when I tried to add them to soil, they slowly died. So the transfer for me has not been really successful, other than with spider plants. Whatever else I've tried to propagate does well until I try to move it to soil, and then it dies. So that's why now I'm starting directly. And I will be sharing that with you. I have, what is it? Oh, it's my philodendron Brazils. I have 2 propagation trays, containers, because I had to chop back my micin, and so I have 2 trays that I am trying to grow from soil propagations, and one is doing very well because I started it a couple months ago. I didn't date it, but the second one I actually dated, and I just started that one on December 27th. And so I'm going to show you the one that I started 2 months ago versus the one I have now. And then you did see my water propagation for my peperonia, which it has a lot of roots. I'm just so afraid so afraid to move it to soil because I've never been successful, like I said, with moving anything to soil with propagations other than a spider plant. But eventually I'm going to have to move that to soil, and we're going to see what happens. But that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, be blessed.